Hyde makes an appearance here on the Breakout series, but I think we're going to be going directly into our first match of the evening. Should be Hyde against Cutty. Hokutomaru, arguably top 1 or 2 in this game right now, love.
Oh yeah, no, I've watched several tournaments, and Hokutomaru all over the place. Also another one with amazing buttons.
Yeah, amazing buttons, and then just the mobility tools, I feel like makes them such a unique character in this game with that double jump, the little coming down from the sky teleport as we see on screen right there, a great conversion from the side of Cutty as they're moving Hyde a little bit to the corner, but a nice little escape there.
Oh yes, absolutely. Hokutomaru makes you, yes, like you do not want to get in on him because he could be anywhere. Really just, I mean, see him right there in the corner, you know?
Exactly, and also being a character with a run just adds that extra layer to his offense on the Oki there. Hyde answering back though, cashing out damage. Terry does kind of hit like a truck in this game.
Yeah, and also he is an overheat as well, so in that case, Hyde managed to take that round, but
yeah, taking advantage of the overheat. It's becoming more of a crucial thing as the game develops. You kind of see the overheat get forced by someone's opponent just kind of pressing the offense and forcing them to block a lot more and really get that gauge built up and taking advantage of it from there.
I think people have gotten very used to being very offensive in these games, but you know, this one has so many amazing defensive options that it's a really good one to step back, you know?
Yeah, there's been a lot of just defense I see is kind of becoming like the norm now. People are getting used to the timing of it. Haven't seen too much hyper defense, but I'm sure as the game develops, that's going to be the norm, is seeing people bust out that defensive option. Right now, Hyde showing the offensive option, just one more conversion away from closing this first game out.
Yeah, and there we go.
Really like that color from Hyde. I just noticed he's going with the Hatsune Miku colorway right there. I appreciate that.
Looks like Andy needs to get
I didn't even put that together, but you're right. In general, like that light blue and black is great, but oh yeah, definitely Miku.
That's one of the cooler parts of this game, having the color editor instead of like costumes long term, is it allows for not only player expression from the gameplay, but also with the colorway like that.
No, I think all the games should be able to change colors at least. It really helps. Oh, tried to get the rev blow, but Hyde's like, nope. Now gonna get a nice bread and butter combo there into the corner, but you know, Cutty with that wild punish, able to get out.
Oh, and another wild punish right there. That is definitely Hokutomaru's best button. He's gonna make the most out of it. In overheat once again though, where both players are, but a little bit of super left for Hyde. He can make some magic happen with it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. There we go. Nope. Actually, I thought that combo would be enough, but that one will.
Yeah, I always tell everyone, if you're gonna leave leftovers on your plate, you might as well come back for seconds, and Cutty right there making sure they do. Kind of put themselves on the board here early. Interesting thing from both players, I noticed them putting their SPG early in their life, right there in the point position. And I'm not sure what the philosophy is gonna be long term in this game, as we are just barely in week 3 or pseudo week 4 because of the early access. But it's gonna be interesting to see how players choose to manage their SPG or where to put it at.
Yeah, because you know, one early combo will totally destroy your SPG, and you may not ever even get to use it when it's at the front, right?
Yeah, exactly. It almost encourages just playing, you know, really high-paced offense right off the rip.
Oh, that was a whiffed throw, and Hyde is going to take advantage of that. Woo, keep trying to cross each other up, but there we go. Cutty getting in with the combo.
Yeah, good anti-air there. Chooses not to cash out the super. One more hit, he should be able to go into it, using the double jump there to avoid the fireball, but a big jump in from the side of Hyde.
Nice defense. Whoop, there we go. And with that mix-up, Hyde got through Cutty's defense.
Yeah, making the most of that jump in there. Now 1 round apiece, trying to take the 2-0 over Cutty. Cutty's still sitting on that super gauge, though. Haven't seen him cash out just yet.
I guess he's waiting on that right moment. It's gonna have to come soon. Hyde's gonna do a decent amount of damage already working through his SPG. And, woo! We're seeing the big cinematic now.
Yeah, that's almost the good part about having that SPG early. If it does get into a final round, you have that fully loaded gun right off the rip, and we see there Hyde cashing it out for almost 70% of the life gauge of Cutty.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for Cutty to come back. Absolutely can, of course, especially if Hokutomaru, but difficult.
Yeah, he keeps finding that low, that 2B keeps finding a home, and that's kind of been his combo starter. Kind of just getting chipped away now, answering back, unsafe on block, and Hyde is going to take it 2-0 over CuttyMFFlam here in winner's top 32.
Mm-hmm. And it's always nice to see Terry do well. I don't know. Maybe because he's the face of Fatal Fury for so long.
But yeah, I like the custom colors when it comes down to a mirror match there. Oh, we're getting the Hotaru, actually.
Ah! It's funny, their colors are very similar, too.
Yeah, similarly annoying and similar colors to rock with it. Right now, Johny KY find themselves in the corner busting out with the DP, and Hotaru just a character with every tool in the world.
Yes, they gave her everything. Like, in Mark, like, she at least had very stubby range, right? And I feel like that's not even a problem in this game.
Yeah, exactly. The range of Billy Kain, the grapples of Tizok, and then the damage of Terry right behind it.
Yeah, so she should give Hokutomaru just like she just did, a run for their money, you know? Whew.
Well, the old school saying is pick a top tier, and that's exactly what Johny is going to do right now. Taking that first round, looking very strong on offense there, able to force a couple correct guesses. And the trickier thing about Hotaru is she has the snack because of her buttons are so good. She gets you to sit still long enough just to sneak in that command grab, and she gets so much off of it when she lands it.
Yeah, it's hard to think of her as a grappler, but no, that command grab is so good. Like, you have to respect it.
Okay, I love it.
Back and forth patience until Hotaru. Johny gets in. Damn, right into the corner.
Yeah, I like cashing out the super there to try to get out of SPG right now. The TheGio returning the favor. Might be one more hit. Good defense getting played. The short hops coming in.
Ah, I know. The life is getting... Oh, the just defend. And that will be it. Maybe?
With the level 1?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it will. I was waiting for it. I was like, something's going to come out. Level 1.
Yeah, we were talking about that damage right now. Just off of level 1, a nice little B&B, taking almost a quarter of the health right there. This character is just my sleep paralysis demon at this point. I've been grinding this game a lot online, and I cannot escape this little girl.
It's like Kain and the tiny girl and the ninja boy. Nightmares.
Exactly. Right now, more nightmares being pushed as Johnny's breaking down the defense of the TheGio, looking to get him out of SPG early here.
Ooh, even like dropping that last one, the did not matter. Still got another 7 hits there. All right, so the TheGio getting a little bread and butter, working out. There we go, cashing in a super.
I like the cash out there not only to get the damage in, but to lower that rev gauge just a tiny bit and rev up Johnny's a little bit more. Gonna come down to the last hit here, but a deep cross-up lands for Johny. Little B&B to finish it off, and they're gonna go up around.
Round 2. Get ready.
All right. Oh, nice. I love Hokutomaru's like air movements though, the double jump. Didn't work for him there, because Hotaru is not gonna let that slide, but there we go. In the corner.
Like the choice of using the rev guard there, but a wild punish from the side of the TheGio does have super on deck in SPG. This is gonna hurt.
Nice little floats. There we go. Hop back. The TheGio's trying to find their in. And Johnny's just being patient.
Yeah, great defense. We see a couple of JDs coming out, and the TheGio just fishing for that 2C. Not going to land it, though, but he is going to find a super. Should be guess for game here. Beautiful choice on the rev guard there to block the cross-up, but now they find themselves in overheat. All the TheGio's in SPG.
Yeah, no, with that guard crush, that's it for that round. The TheGio takes. It's on the board.
Get ready.
I love the way they just changed pace there. Identified the overheat situation, decided just to go all the way and got that guard break and closed out the round. Right now, Johny trying to match their offense, but a wake-up super. Go ahead and get off of me. Almost at an SPG now.
Nice throw. Oh, what a cross-up there. Oh, man. Caught it right at the diagonal. Got a nice bread and butter. Woo.
Yeah, that's an old-school SNK cross-up, too. They don't make them like that in Street Fighter. It's really ambiguous to where they're going to land, and right there, the TheGio making the most of it. Still not an SPG here. They're going to get a little teleport there on Johny, excuse me.
There we go. TheGio is just using a lot of get away from me buttons. Just hardly blame him.
Identifying that Johny really just wants to push the pace, continue to take their turn when they get the Oki. So the Wake Up Super cashing dividends for them, I believe, twice in that set so far.
Hey, there we go. Using the teleport to try to get in. Nice just defend. There we go. The Johnny's just defending everything.
Yeah, I was about to say that just defense coming in clutch there, especially to make sure that their rev gauge stays a little low. They've been mixing in the rev guard just to get some space because it does give a little bit of that pushback. We're not trying to fight the way to the corner, but it's just TheGio just getting all these jump ins for free. No anti-air from the side of Johny. Looking for the rev blow. No one's home.
Yeah, definitely has a DP. It's interesting how patient they're playing right now.
Yeah, especially on the side of TheGio, he's not really committing to too many offensive options. Kind of pestering with the normals there, seeing how Johnny's going to react to things, but still staying strong on defense. So that short hop has just been so potent for TheGio, but a nice answer there from Johny. Cashing out with the super, trying to get him at an SPG, but they're going to have a sliver of it left.
And even with that wake up super, there we go, got the throw into the corner. Once again, that defense. Whew. Which the proper response to good defense is a throw.
Exactly, just breaking them down slowly but surely, but a super is going to cash out. Johnny's going to put themselves on to set point here. I like the pace that both players are playing out here. They're not making hard commitments and just trying to play footsies, whether or not it's in the corner, just a real methodical way of approaching the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And anytime Johny does get in, like, the amount of damage they do is just insane. So they can play very patient. They know once they're in, they're gonna really cash out.
First DP we saw to bust out there for Johny in SPG. Still not able to throw a red blow just yet. One more guess, looking for the backdash.
Go another throw from TheGio.
I like the hang time they're getting off of those short hops. They're just continuing to pester with that jump B. Right now, Johny in overheat once again. Let's see if they attempt to break down the guard, but a nice response. Checking with the standing 5A there and cashing out with the super to try to get their overheat a little bit lower and get that guard gauge a little bit back to replenished.
Now, Johny is in overheat, so... Whew.
Yeah, I think the router might be overheated right now. Things are turning a little slow-mo on our side of the feed here, but I'll say they're committing and playing on, throwing the fireball full screen. You have all day to react to that one now.
I'm just amused at watching it be so... Oh, the jump over and then the punish. Woo!
Yeah, we gotta commentate at the same speed. Wow, another grab.
A jump into a low. Damn.
Gotta see every frame of that super right there, and that's gonna be TheGio now with the round. Not sure how we're gonna play on it, but looks like the players are committed to letting it groove. All right, one round apiece now. We should be able to finally get into the action, Lob. Let's get things underway here. Winner of this round is gonna decide who's moving forward on winner's side top 32, or who is gonna have to make that loser's side run.
Yeah, so far, Johny got the push into the combo. It's gonna end with TheGio being in. Well, never mind. Cross up. We're just gonna do it again across the other side of the map.
Yeah, immediately taking TheGio out of SPG. That hidden gear is no longer a factor, and another deep cross up, almost a perfect for Johny as they put on a show. The icing was no problem for them. They could take all the time in the world because they're gonna come right back and be dominant, and that's gonna be Johny taking it 2-1 in between matches, but. We'll see how things go in this match here. First time seeing Kain on screen today, and this character we talked about is just the ultimate zoner, but also has that ability to just cash out damage. We see a big rev blow to start things off there.
Yeah, no, he's a zoner with a really good upfront damage as well, right? You know, plus being a charge character too. It's a lot
it makes dealing with those cross-ups just a little bit easier when you do have that flash kick in your pocket compared to having to bust out a DP. Right now, Robert, trying to make him pay for it, has some super on deck, chooses to cash it out to get the damage.
There's a nice throw tech there. There's that teleport. I'm telling you, it's hard to do fireballs when that teleport is on the table.
Exactly, and it makes it even more another layer on top of that when they throw the shuriken off of the teleport, because it comes at such a weird angle that you kind of have no other choice but to block in that situation.
Yeah, Hokutomaru just can control the stage. Here we are already getting the combo moving BoopBloop into the corner.
Yeah, almost a clean 50%. They're choosing to wake up with the super, not trying to deal with any of the fireball traps. They're still in SPG. One more hit should take him right out of it. No super meter on deck, but that's going to be a big level 2 that's blocked. Robert, not quick on the punish, though.
I could see the attempt trying to get him right as he fell, but it did not work out. And Robert is definitely taking advantage of that and has now taken that round. Woo!
Yeah, I like the side switch there. Keeping the options, keeping BoopBloop on their toes. I love saying that tag so much, but BoopBloop got to find some answers when they're in the corner here because Robert has been on him like white on rice so far. Both players playing with that SPG early. Another big rev blow to start things off here from BoopBloop.
Yeah, trying to get the setup, but you know, Robert using that rev move to completely stop everything BoopBloop was trying to do, and then worked into the bread and butter.
Yeah, I think the best thing you can do to avoid a setup is just not give them a chance to go for the setup there. A good anti-air from the side of Robert. Still in SPG with the super on deck. Chooses to catch it out. That's enough to kill. My lord, Robert just has all the answers right now.
Round 2.
Yeah, definitely. Now's the time, BoopBloop. There we go. Getting the run in the block. Whew. Love the back and forth.
Rev gauge up early for BoopBloop there. Finds himself a sweep, but the offense of Robert forcing him to block is kind of getting them revved up here, cashing up and setting up the trap. But be careful not to go into overheat.
Yeah. Like BoopBloop starting to take it over, dealt with the teleport in. Got the just defend, but then got mixed up.
Gotta watch the rev gauge of Robert there, using a lot of that meter to go ahead and cash out their damage. BoopBloop still in SPG, looking for the rev blow right there, following up right after, but doesn't get the combo and a counter hit from the side of Robert.
Yeah. Oh, no, got the throw. One way to deal with his defense. There we go, little two-hitter from BoopBloop.
We haven't seen BoopBloop just rip that flash kick on defense just yet. A big teleport in from the side of Robert. They have a level 2 on deck, barring a drop. That should be enough to close things out. And Robert right there making an impressive comeback on BoopBloop, and they're going to be taking it with a quick 2-0.
Woo! Yeah, but Robert showing what how quick that could be.
You're completely wrong.
And now over, let's get back into the action. We are going to go ahead and see Hyde back on stream with Hatsune Miku and Johny back on as well. Terry and Hotaru. What are you looking to see here, Lob?
Well, I like how both of these characters can run after their fireballs. So I'm looking forward to see how that plays in. There we go.
We saw a fireball deflection early from the side of Johny, one of those tools of Hotaru that's ever so potent against the Repukins being on the floor, being able to set those back and force a jump from their opponent. Saw it early right now. Johny with a decent little lead on the life.
Ooh, getting that throw. I was gonna say, just, yeah, using the deflection. And she really does have everything, doesn't she?
She has definitely functioned the character at this point because she stole everyone's powers like Seth from Street Fighter 4. Right now in the corner though, a little bit of a life deficit, and Hyde is going to cash out big time with the power geyser while in overheat and take the first round over Johny.
Round 2.
I think we're already seeing how Hyde's aggressive play style is really affecting how Johnny's playing too.
Almost forcing Johny to have to, match his energy when it comes to neutral there. Playing defense is cool until someone's all over you.
Definitely trying to get that. Ooh, already an overheat and block special.
Yeah, forcing out the super there. Luckily worked out for Johny. Didn't get punished too hard, but still an overheat with that super in their pocket. Creeping up on SPG, but Hyde just kind of hanging back now.
There we go. It's because anytime he gets close, she manages to get him into their first special move. Yeah.
Exactly. A lot of more pressure coming on. A little three-piece to get in there. Johny now in the SPG. 2 bars of super on deck. Can't hit that hidden gear off of this confirm. See if they find it with the juggle. Johny cashing out, just choosing to spend the level 1 there, getting a little stingy with the meter. One more hit's going to do it for Hyde.
Yeah, he's just on a sliver.
A GameStop trade there, not working out for a Hyde, and Johnny's going to put themselves on the board. A smart call there to hold on to that extra bar of super. Wasn't sure it was going to bite him in the butt going forward, but it's going to work out. A nice little shimmy to start things off, and you're going to be directly out of SPG early. No rev blow for the rest of the round.
Yeah, that's a nice life bar deletion there right off the bat. Oh, wild punish from Hyde, though. Getting out of the corner.
Testing the gaps, pressing the punish. Another counter hit from the side of Johnny with super on deck. See if they cash out. Look at the breaks. The juggle all the way back to the corner and cashing out big time. It's business decision time for Hyde. They just defend the first hit, but the 2B finds its home, and Johnny is going to take the first game here in winners semis.
Yeah, no, the more I watch Hotaru, the more I believe that any in is going to be huge. Like, unless they drop it, she just gotta get in.
Exactly. And one thing we saw there too, just good corner carry off of those break combos from the side of Johnny. Hotaru once again just showing they're the do-it-all character. Trying to run behind the fireball. You brought that up earlier. It's a very good tactic from the side of the Shoto likes in this game.
Yeah, just force people to have to deal with multiple things at once. There we go. Like, Hotaru forcing Hyde back towards the corner again. Ooh, nice jump there from Johnny. Neutral jump.
Gotta be on point. The defense gotta watch the guard break as well, letting the hits come in. More blocking and a whiff DP. Hyde gonna cash out big damage here. Does have the super on deck. Power geyser. One more hit. Business decision time for Johnny in overheat. Can't block too much more, but a standing A is gonna go ahead and find its home. Hyde putting themselves on the board now, up one round here in game number 2.
Hyde just needed that one hit. There we go. Ooh, nice. Just taking advantage of her running forward after her fireball, honestly. Very smart on Hyde.
Yeah, good call out there to go ahead and follow the follow-up. But Johnny cashing out the damage once again. Hyde putting that SPG early, not working out for him too well. Didn't get too many rev blows off besides the one we just saw. We'll try to come with the offense. Johnny trying to pepper in that rev guard to go ahead and get themselves some space. Putting the meter to keep themselves out of overheat.
Yeah, no. Johnny doing great mix up there. It's a nice DP there from Hyde, though. Forcing Johnny back towards the quarter, but nope, rev blow.
There he goes, chasing down the fireball and air. I believe that's an air D is going to find its home in Johnny. Trying to go up 2-0 here in winter semis.
Here we go. Just teaching Hyde you can't start with the immediate fireball without expecting it to come back. So Johnny getting in, getting a bread and butter. Force back to the corner. In with the throw.
Haven't seen the command throw come into place yet, but they are getting Hyde to sit still just a little bit. Got themselves a normal throw there, so the offense is definitely putting Hyde on notice here. Although they are charging right back in. That jump C continuing to find its home. Johnny now in overheat.
Yeah. Sort of got the back and forth. Ooh, got the counter hit. I was going to say no guard break yet.
They keep chipping away at it. One more hit will do it, but just flying through the air is Johnny here, and the fireball is going to find its home, and that's going to be characters they like that are in different games.
Oh, there we go. That's the Gohan Piccolo look right there from, is it Rino?
Rino. I believe it might be Rino. I don't see an H in there. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I think it might be Rino.
All right, Robert with that the black and red. There we go. They're gonna take over the screen. There we go with the shuriken. Try to get
those tougher match to call with how much both of these characters can move. Well, the same character, both these players choosing to use their movement options very early. Robert right now putting on the pressure in SPG. Both players decided to put it on the point.
Ooh, good wake up rev blow there from Robert. Sorry, they're both the same character. It's gonna be hard.
Robert in the black and red.
Yes.
Getting hit right now. Rino in the blue or dark purple, one or the other, cashing out the damage. Robert. Both characters are one hit away, getting the teleport there, and they're able to juggle off of it into the super. What a conversion there from the side of Robert, busting out the tricks to take the first round.
Round 2.
Yes. Actually, no, their bars are actually pretty much the same, so they didn't really put Robert behind to use it to cash out that round. Let's see, nice defense there. Defended through the rev blow, but right into the combo. Woo, Rino's taking it back.
Yeah, that's one thing about this character. It just seems like they can steal their turn whenever they want to. You see it from both sides right now. Once again, using the movement to try to get a cross up, but a big punish from the side of Robert. Was sitting on super, choosing the rev blow route.
Yeah, right. This is the tale of going across the screen back and forth over and over again. There we go. Rino really pushing the damage right now, but said Robert got the job.
Yeah, another challenge to steal their turn, trying to use the super to steal their turn right back, but Robert's going to find the punish off of blocking it. Going up 1-0 over Rino right now. As you were saying, it's just going corner to corner like we're watching tennis right now. Just one side of the court to the other, back and forth.
Get ready.
Yes, with the occasional teleport in, because they're ninjas.
Exactly.
There we go. Rino really like punishing that teleport of Robert's.
Yeah, good timing with the universal anti-air there and able to capitalize off of it, taking Robert out of SPG. Now Rino's still sitting pretty with theirs on deck, just continuing to pour on just these little chunks of damage, getting these 3 pieces in, forcing Robert to stick out this rev guard, and they're revving up pretty high, not even going to see overheat because Rino was just non-stop action the whole way through.
Round 2.
Yeah, no, I'm not even sure how. I'm sure there's a way he could have gotten out of that, but that was a rough situation there in the corner with just like the constant mix-up. Forcing him to stay in defense. But we're on to the next round. There we go. Shoryuken into the corner, getting the throw. Is it a throw loop? Not quite.
Yeah, the rev blow to bust out there. Both players a little low on SPG. Robert taking the first swing with the rev blow, taking Rino right out, but puts himself in the corner in the process. I see how Rino chooses to open up, finding a nice little crouch B right there to open him up. Super cash out.
Yeah, that's definitely the get away from me button right there. Rino did not let that happen this time, though. And whoosh. 28 hit right into the corner.
Big time damage as well. Just opening Robert over and over, just pestering with the normals, revving up their gauge so much. And Rino in overheat, not going to matter. A far D just fighting its home and putting themselves on the board now, 1 game apiece.
And just like any good old style fighting game, chip damage. So it's really dangerous to be caught in those situations. Nice just defend from Robert. Here we go. Got that counter hit from Rino. Robert tried to jump in, didn't work, but used the rev blow to get him back.
Yeah, both characters continuously finding their lows on offense. They're just sticking out that 2B continuously to get the party started. Getting themselves a jump and a throw right after. There's the universal overhead. Checking the low there, and they're going to be going coast to coast once again.
Yeah, that's the danger of trying to go low all the time, is there's definitely a mechanic for that.
Yeah, with the slowdown as well, just makes it so easy to convert off it right there. Rino just making the most of it. Robert trying to answer back, but getting caught while they're coming in. Business decision time. 1 more hit, looking for the teleport.
Yeah. Robert is responding, though, getting as much damage as they possibly can off of this combo here. With the throw, Robert takes that match.
Yeah, able just to optimize their super there. We went coast to coast 2 different times, but Robert just had the meter to go ahead and pull out a little more damage.
Yeah, didn't want to give Rino a chance to take control again. Ooh, tried to rev out, but Robert did not let them. Definitely called that out.
Big time counter hit from Robert, just pouring on the damage. Watch the life gauge. Smooth little 50% for your troubles. Rino is going to be in a guess for game situation. They're going to guess wrong. Get caught. Time for 1 more hit. Robert goes low and finds its home. We'll be taking a 2-1 over Rino here in winter semis.
Whew. Wow, that was
That is going to be Sadie Scott. See how they choose to go ahead and navigate this character. If they want to play that zoning game or play a little bit of rushdown.
Yeah, well, you do not want her to get anywhere near you, so probably the zoning game is a good idea, but we'll see, because already we're seeing Hotaru just be a menace.
Yeah, not giving Billy a chance to work here, finding that command grab. That's the tough part about playing Billy Kain, is they don't have a reversal if they're not going to pop out that level 1 or make a hard defensive guess with any of the with any of the options that the game gives you in itself with its own functions. And right now, just taking full advantage of it, finding the fireball to close things out, getting themselves on the board first with the round. There's going to be Terrence, the nice little offensive showing.
Yeah, I didn't even know that her DP would go through that, so I'm definitely learning here today. There we go, Sadie, Scott, getting as much damage as they can, but then immediately getting anti-aired by Terrence.
Yeah, Terrence, the first Hotaru we've seen tonight, just willing to bust out with that DP. It works out for them there, but Sadie Scott cashing out some damage and trying to keep Terrence just stuck in this corner here, using those long-range pokes from Billy, but just busting out, spinning their meter is Terrence.
Oh, just a little bump. I feel like she could just get in. Like,
It helps that she's a character with a run. She doesn't have to dash at you. She just gets the knockdown and just charges right at you.
Yes. Go. And we're gonna cash out. Get the KO.
Yeah, Terrence is just absolute showstopper right now. Even though they were a little close to, you know, being KO'd right there, just didn't take their foot off the gas as soon as they got a single hit, went coast to coast and never let their paws off the momentum. Terrence going to be moving up a 1-0 over Sadie Scott. Let's see how Sadie chooses to navigate here. It might be a game of kill or be killed. You might not be able to poke and just stay away from a character like Hotaru.
Oh, they're just proving how difficult it could be because of her speed. There we go. Managed to get in. I do think that part of what makes it tough to play against Billy, though, is becoming scared to approach because of how good his normals are. But Terrence is not scared.
Yeah, we see Billy Kain sometimes just preemptively throw out their anti-airs to try to just cover that option because it's such a fast move when you do throw out Billy's anti-airs that you don't really have to worry about it. We just saw it there. That upward poke is so potent in keeping your character on the ground right now. Sadie's got with a comfortable lead, just throwing out the long-range moves and making Terrence come to them.
That was a nice response there, waiting for her to get in and then busting out the ignition.
Yeah, that super is so good too because it does anti-air in certain angles. It's a great way to just cover all of your defensive options there. Sadie Scott landing the first hit. Terrence halfway out of their SPG, but continuing to put that pressure on.
Ooh, hyper defense. There we go, Terrence. Didn't wind up doing well. There we go. Managed to get in now, but gotta love to see it.
Coming in with that cross up. Full meter on deck if they want to cash out, but Sadie Scott still playing the cat and mouse game here. Making sure they feel the heat still in SPG. Gotta watch out for that rev blow. This is an anti-air super. It does catch him on the landing. Big time damage for Terrence.
Oh, that was... So rarely do I see just raw supers, but that's the risk of doing the neutral jump. There we go, Sadie Scott. Still managed to get that comeback, but still shocked at the raw super.
Sometimes you just gotta let it rip. I mean, when you have a nice little one-game lead, you're gonna take a little bit more chances right there. Terrence taking the chance. They ended up finding its home, but long-term didn't work out. Sadie Scott putting themselves on the board. I like the way they kind of changed their play style there. They got the lead and immediately just hightailed it out there. Said, I'm just gonna go ahead and play keep away from now on.
That's the fun part, is watching how they change their gameplay based on each other. Oh, what a cat and mouse right now.
But Terrence getting the first hit, cashing out big time here. Sadie Scott's gonna be going into SPG and one more hit.
Ooh, rev blow right on out. Got the crumble and definitely going to take advantage of that all the way up into the corner.
Yeah, the tough part about this interaction, there was no super on deck for Sadie Scott, so they had to eat a lot of that coming in. Terrence able to take advantage of it.
Get ready.
Yeah, but it's do or die time now. There we go, Terrence. First big combo.
And
already putting Sadie Scott.
So potent.
Is that one of those air rev blows we haven't seen very much of? Nice.
Yeah, breaking out all the options here to try to move forward on loser's side. A wake up super finds its home. Big time wall punish for Sadie Scott. But Terrence still has their rev blow in line. Excuse me, they're in overheat.
No, if Sadie Scott can keep Terrence away, the overheat might just work out. But not unless that happens.
Big time anti-air super there finds its home, and Terrence busting out all the tricks, and they're going to take a 2-1 over Sadie Scott.
Brother,
before Law, but do you prefer to sit in the winners finals and know that you're guaranteed that top 3 placing, but you are getting cold from not playing, or do you want to have that loser side grind?
You know, I kind of feel like a lot of times, like, that build up to losers really, like, leads to something by the end. I mean, not that you ever want to lose, but if you're going to, at least you're hot going in, right?
Exactly. Momentum is definitely a thing when it comes to fighting games, and right now, the momentum going all the way in Armisael's favor as they are going to take an almost perfect round over Alex Smith. And Alex Smith rocking the Jenet, the first time we're going to see her here on stream.
Yeah, she's one I played in Mark of the Wolves. Very dangerous in the right hands. Right now, I mean, Armisael is not giving even a moment to think. Like, just rushing in and doing, like, ooh, in the grab, too.
Yeah, we saw Alex Smith throw out that reversal one more time, her little built-in parry, but not finding its home. And Armisael, it almost like we watched the same round twice. They're the same amount of health, and they're going to take a quick first game over Alex Smith here in Losers Top 8.
You know, with the purple and the black, that really works for her because she's terrifying. I don't mean beat Jenet. I'm talking about Hotaru. Oh, man. There we go. Alex Smith getting in.
Yeah, finally getting a turn to play as they put Armisael into the corner. No anti-air from the side, but the just defense is on point right now for Alex Smith as they're able to work their way back to the corner.
Yeah. Nice wild punish there from Alex Smith. Just like she's waiting on Armisael to get close with the response.
Yeah, the anti-airs have been on point right now. Alex finding themselves in overheating. I think Armisael might smell blood in the water and knocked down from the side of Alex Smith. Has to watch their guard gauge here, but an anti-air DP from the side of Armisael.
Great block considering like they were mid-dash. The timing of some of these players is just...
Yeah, it looked like Armisael was looking for a kill frame into a cross-up right there. I haven't seen Hotaru players just kind of throw out the whiff normals on a knockdown and look for the cross-up right there. Almost found it, but either way, going to take the round. 1 round away from going ahead and closing out the set. See if Alex Smith has something to say about it, starting the offense off early.
Yeah, wanting to come in immediately, but the wild punish grab, turn around into the corner. I mean, Alex Smith got out immediately, but... Armisael is ready.
Yeah, I love the offensive options there from Alex Smith to go ahead and break up the offense with the feint, but Armisael answering right back, sitting on 2 bars of super while Alex Smith is an SPG. Great choice with the grab there. Throwing him out of the corner though. Questionable move. Let's see how it pays off for him.
And nice just defend there from Alex Smith. Trying to get in. So hard to get in on Hotaru.
But is that going to be a counter super? No, it gets hit by the fireball. I wasn't sure if it was going to go all the way through, and it doesn't. Armisael is going to go ahead and make the most out of that situation. Alex Smith on the back foot gets caught with a DP break there, and not even having to cash out the super is Armisael with a very dominant 2-0 over Alex Smith.
Armisael
For the rest of top 8.
Hokutomaru. Round 1. Get ready. Fight. SPG.
All right, let's get things in here with Rino and Armisael. A little bit of a mix-up on the match there, but going to keep rolling through either way. There's going to be Hokutomaru and Hotaru coming right back in, setting the range with the shuriken, trying to play a little bit of zoning game, but here comes Armisael with more than offense we just saw.
Yeah, no, both of these players have shown great aggression. And I mean, Armisael is definitely right now, so be interested to see how much they even let Rino get out. With the failed teleport, Armisael was ready. Just turn around and keep attacking.
Yeah, the tough part is to even off of a knockdown with Hotaru able to follow that slow fireball and just find more offense. We saw Rino just get caught with one of those, so even when they're far away from you, they're going to be able to keep things just so potent even from full screen.
There we go. You can see some little bit of a combo there from Rino. At least got a little bit of a combo starter. Ooh. Tried to float in on Armisael, but definitely got caught up.
Another big cross-up from the side of Armisael. Does have level 2 on deck. The hidden gear should be ready to blow. Spending it all. Will it find its home? They're going to cash out, and forgive me, but will this kill? This is so much damage.
And it does. You know what's also amazing? That ending was amazing, but so was the $50 donation from North Stars. Thank you so much for increasing that prize pool and making it just that much better for our winners.
Yeah, Armisael saw that donation, was like, I'm cashing out the hidden gear. The extra money on the line, I'm going all in right now. The pot now sitting at $62.50. Reminder to use that Rino code down below. There are still codes left to claim. Let's get that prize pool up higher, because right now these players are putting on a show right now. Armisael trying to bust out with the rev blow, but Rino on defense looking solid.
Yep. Hard to get between, you cannot keep Hotaru in the corner, says Armisael, for sure. There you go, nice hop back from Rino. Trying to get in, but Armisael is just not letting anything go. Rino's in overheat.
Yeah, they're just staggering their buttons in neutral so much just to build up that heat gauge, and now attacking the guard. Rino trying to answer back while they're in a bad spot, still has the super on deck looking for it, but the jumps continue to pester away at Rino, and Armisael's gonna find themselves around off of that jumping, I believe that was a jumping D to go ahead and get in. Now just one round away from closing things out.
Woo! Over the rev blow, just knocked Rino back. Tries to get to jump in. There we go. Rino starting a little bread and butter combo there. Probably, yeah. Yeah, definitely do the super.
Such a tricky cross-up attempt there. Finds its home for Rino. They're cashed out more damage. It's a 3 conversion game right there. Just 3 hits is all they needed to go ahead and end the party, and it's now 1 round apiece. Rino trying to save their tournament life here.
Yeah, Rino was on point with those cross-ups for sure. There we go. Definitely punished Armisael's jump in, using the rev guard to, I guess, to maximize as much damage as they can while they had control. Armisael's not going to let it happen very much.
Answering right back with the same amount of cross-ups as Rino's throwing out, taking him out of an SPG. 2 bars of super on deck, but interrupting with the 2A. There is Rino. Back out full screen we go.
Ooh, what a nice wild punish there from Armisael. And we're gonna rush to the corner and up. Jump down. Get a low. And that's it.
Yeah, all
low
it
kick.
Took was that, all it took was that 2B there to go ahead and find the kill combo. Because stop us if you heard it before, chat, but Hotaru just catch and Terrence with some more Hotaru action. Atsuni Miku in the blued out Hotaru. Let's see how things go. Both players putting the SPG on point there. Looking for the rev blow early is Terrence.
Yeah. Nice little back and forth here. Terrence trying to... There we go. Got that counter hit. All they needed to start their combo.
Yeah, big time whiff punish. They continue to chase down as Hyde rolls his way out of the corner. Finding some damage of his own. Got to watch out for that rev blow. But jumping back with the air D. They're going to cash out more crack shoots as kill frames. Great tech there from the side of Terrence.
Oh, there we go. Terrence definitely making sure that Hyde knows not to jump in. Not without risk.
Both players in overheat, can't defend themselves from that low fireball on the floor. Hyde taking the first round. Just a battle of wills here. Both players just fighting for dominance in that corner so far, and Hyde just able to sneak out a little bit more damage than Terrence that time around. A big jump in to start things out. Wild punish.
I won't lose.
Yeah, and also, like, you know, we've seen Hyde here a few times. Whew. Guard cancel into the rev, into the counter rev. And then Terrence is going to take advantage of that. I was just saying that Hyde has been very aggressive tonight here as well, and we're just seeing how badly he wants it.
Exactly. Right now, both players almost equal life there. A big jump in that short hop C has been finding its home consistently for Hyde. It's almost like players are expecting a cross-up. They end up getting hit on top of the head as Hyde is able to cash it out there with a big-time power geyser, taking the first game here up 1-0.
Come back when you're stronger. I'll be waiting.
Terry's so nice! Can't wait to fight you again! Smiles! Alright.
I know I just burned you with some flames, but that was fun, right, guys?
Yeah, we're all having fun! Ooh. Ooh, but that's not fun. There we go.
Big time DP early there is Hyde. Almost equal life here. Both players in the SPG. See how they navigate here. We saw a couple of rev blows just come out from Terrence. Likes to throw it out, just fish for it.
Oh, those just defends though from Terrence. Definitely wound up using the rev blow basically to just switch sides. There we go. Push back. Just defends now from Hyde.
And their defense continues to be on point. They're looking for the just defense and even just guarding these mix-ups here. The shallow hop over and over from the side of Hyde. Not finding its home too much. And a big wild punish there for Terrence. Not getting the full conversion into a super, but they're going to go ahead and keep pouring it on.
Yeah, no, forcing Terrence into overheat. And yeah, Hyde took full advantage. Once you get him in the corner, it's just such a difficult place to be.
Both these players are offensive-minded as well. That overheat hasn't really been an issue for either player. Still able to find their damage and convert just off of lights and just get their chunks back in. Right now, Hyde trying to fight the way to the corner. And another short hop C, finding its home. Big-time wild punish. And look at the damage.
There we go. But Terrence is going to make use of this this combo here and having control, and already has Hyde in the orange. Like, absolutely, Hotaru can do a lot of damage. And there we go. What was that, just 2 more touches?
Exactly, not having a chance to fight back there. Both characters on full display here. Hyde trying to fend off the comeback, but a big rev blow to start things out here.
Nice wild punish there from Terrence. Oh, tries to roll out of the corner, but Terrence was ready and backed up too.
Yeah, great call on the chase down there, and look at the damage add up. It might be another 3 interaction. One more is going to do it. Busting out with the power dunk is Hyde. Level 2 on deck, looking for the rev blow is Terrence. Backing up now, an overheat. They're going to catch him out of the skies, and Terrence is going to keep themselves alive here in the tournament. Now 1 game apiece.
No, you gotta love it when it's just like 1 more hit. That's when the neutral jump kick, or even like the down kick, like that's when all that's coming out. Like, I just need 1 more.
Yeah, just sneaking in the fastest move there. Hyde, big jump in to start things off. Look at the corner carry there, following up the rumba, baits out a DP. Hyde making all the reads right now, currently in SPG. This one's gonna hurt, and 1 more guess for Terrence is gonna do it.
No, Terrence was ready with the wild punish. Got the reversal, moved into the corner, completely switched it up. But can they do enough damage considering the health bar difference? And the answer is no.
Yeah, you talked about it just as the last round ended. That just jumping kick. You need 1 more hit, throw it out.
Like how they're both SPG immediately as well. Just trying to get it all out of there right at the beginning.
Yeah, you can tell they both respected it full screen to start the round, but Hyde cashing out the power guys are early, almost 50% off the life bar of Terrence. They're going to answer back with a super of their own.
There we go. Nice little rev defense there. Creating some space. You know, Terrence trying to use the fireball to jump in, but Hyde was ready for it.
And the OD, like I'm playing Street Fighter 6, the EX crack shoot finding its home before Hyde, and they're going to be moving on 2-1 over Terrence.
And it will be fun to see how they play against each other. Oh, I love it when we get further in the thing and you just start re-seeing people. See how they're playing now. There we go. Nice DP there from Johny.
Busting out with the DP early, trying to set the tone, using the fireball to get back in, just following up on top of it. A big miss, a rev blow from the side of Robert, not following all the way through the conversion is Johny. But here's that movement again. Both players are just soaring through the air like we're playing an anime game here.
True. It's nice that, as I was saying, because of the movement ability, that jumping is something that's very viable depending on who you're playing. There we go. Some just defend on those Shoryukens.
Robert in overheat here. See if the guard slowly gets broken down. Johny on the attack here, but just so hard to catch Hokutomaru out of the air because they just have those options. A big rev blow, though, to break up the monotony.
Yeah, definitely use that as a get away from me, Robert button right there, but it didn't fully work because Robert did manage to take that round.
Yeah, just Johny having a hard time of getting Robert in their hands there. The movement just on full display here. The double jumps coming true. No cross-up attempts either. Just kind of zoning and playing keep away is Robert.
Yeah, there's a lot of patience here, honestly. This isn't the sort of Hotaru game plan we've seen the last couple. There we go, teleport in, but did not work. Johny was waiting for it. Is now going to cash out and big damage.
Yeah, taking away that SPG, and wow, look at that damage from Johny. Looking for the deep cross-up, doesn't find its home, putting themselves in the corner. See if Robert can make anything happen with it, trying to take their turn back, but it's not going to work out. Does Johny have the kill combo here with the super cashing out? Survey says, you're dead.
And that's it.
Final round.
Final
Yeah, it's
round.
that simple. It's that simple sometimes. Hotaru just needs
is.
one little conversion just like that, and her super, I swear, does not scale off of her lights and just cashing out big time damage. Great just defend off of these fireballs here from the side of Johny. I love the way they're playing defense.
Yeah, it was a nice zoning there from Johny, or excuse me, from Robert, but Johnny's just defend, you know, there wasn't even really any chip damage there. Where he tries to teleport, still not getting in past Johnny's defenses.
Landing on a fireball there, though. It's one thing I like to see from Johny, just throwing that fireball a little bit more, trying to get Robert into the air and catch him with the DP. So far, Robert having free reign to move around. Little B&B there from the side of Johny.
Oh well, there's a great nice air just defend, but there we go. Johny got the counter hit. Woo, and that is all the way to the corner.
Yeah, definitely making it count when they do finally get their paws on him. But here goes Robert with the escape again, trying to teleport in and start some offense. 2 bars of super on deck. Gotta be careful about getting hit.
Oh, Johnny's defense. There we go. Got that counter hit. It was like, I'm gonna neutral jump kick. And the other side's like, that's great. I'm gonna do it too. And just the health was on Johnny's side.
It seems like since both characters are so dangerous when you do get touched, it almost seems like Johny had the idea of like, I'm going to get the lead, I'm just going to make you come to me. And Robert had the same idea, but Johny was able to go ahead and get the party started a little bit earlier. They're just defends on point once again. You can tell they've been in the lab working on the timing of those.
Oh, that's just racking up. There we go, getting the wild punish with their own projectile. But Robert's like, I'm gonna use the rev blow, and I am not letting you take this one, Johny.
I gotta watch out for the second hit of it. They landed 2 rev blows in one combo. First time I've seen that so far, but their gauge is getting a little high. See if Johny takes advantage of it. They are trying to rush him down now. Robert taking to the skies to avoid it.
There we go, got a hit, didn't convert. Now Johny is an SPG, but Robert's getting a full combo. Ooh, but couldn't do anything, well, until the overhead.
Yeah, it was a reset. We just weren't privy to it. I guess the overhead right there is Robert. And coming alive a little bit. Once again, we've seen that theme where they just want to get the lead and just kind of, you know, play keep out. Both players kind of have the same idea of how they want to run their game plan. And Robert just getting the better of them that round.
Ooh. Oh, that was a nice jab right upon wake up. And the back and forth starts again. Teleport. Johnny's really good at defending against those teleports.
Yeah, just strangely, such a very defensive game based on what we've seen so far in this tournament. The offense not really the theme here, just trying to play the zoning game. A great anti-air, wild punish there from the side of Robert. They're going to cash out here, and I'm pretty sure they're just going to play some more keep away in the corner. Gets a throw. Johnny's going to have to act fast. He wants a chance to win this round.
Yeah. See, they are in SPG, but the life bar is definitely on Robert's side right here. There we go. Get those low kicks.
Yeah, a little light
That's all you
confirm
need
there.
to get in.
Light confirm there to close things out. Remember, it is winners final, so it is a 1-3 now. Both players at 1 game apiece, and seems like they're comfortable with dragging out the timer here. They're going to get their lead. They're going to play keep away right now. Robert, game plan just working out completely 100% true, just throwing the shuriken, just making sure they get their spacing, and Johny having to run in and take some big swings. It's kind of interesting to see how both players just kind of decided they're both going to do the exact same thing, right?
Exactly. I think that Hokutomaru can, take over entire screens if you're not careful, and Hotaru, we've decided she has everything, so It's just a matter of which tool are they going to bust out in order to counter it.
I thought I was going to see a character swap at one point, but just Johny taking a breather.
was-
Trying to compose themselves. I was like, are you going to bust out the Salvatore? I was about to leave my seat right now, but going right back to the Hotaru is Johny as we get things ready for game number 3. See who gets the edge here. Both players interested in playing cat and mouse, but someone's got to strike first.
Now let's see who... Oh, they changed. Now the SPG is at the front of Johny's meter. Interesting. All right. There we go. Wild punish, but couldn't capitalize on it, but Robert could. Nice block of the DP.
Yeah, it looks like Robert might just be getting Johny frustrated there. An uncharacteristic wake up was blocked and Robert taking him to the corner. And right now we see them back on the backdash, just ready to play the zone game once again and force Johny to make a move.
Yeah, no. Interesting of Johny even trying to punish that high up in the air as well. There's a wild punish. Johny getting decent amount of damage, but you know Robert is using the double jump to his advantage, staying away from Johny.
Cashing out with super as well. One more hit is going to close it out. They catch him landing, and Robert's game plan is just, it's not pretty to look at, but oh, is it working? Up one round here in game number 3.
Robert is playing a really good game of keep away, basically using those double jumps. It's just another way of this character using the movability that I have not seen as much.
Big time red blow from the side of Robert, getting their damage in, and if I'm correct, we're going to see them take a couple of back dashes. Chooses to go low this time, pressing the offense. Might have thrown Johny off guard. They're running right at him.
Yeah, not giving them very much space. Now Johny is definitely using Hotaru's run. Woo, there we go. Great patience there from Johny so they could punish, but was not enough. Robert managed to come back.
Yeah, the tricky part there is like getting them in the corner is one thing, but keeping them in the corner is another with the escape options that Hokutomaru does have. And hey, just a tail of the tape. Once again, the same thing we saw, just Robert getting that lead, cashing his damage, and just forcing Johny to have to make a move. The SPG in there early, I was going to say I wanted to see Johny throw a couple of red blows and just, at this point, fully send it. They tried there, but no one was home.
Yeah. No, it would be interesting to see, but now here's the patience. The patience is back, where they're just kind of cat and mousing, running around, trying to get a move in, and of course Johnny's showing off how good they are at just defend. Nobody is
life here.
Nice throw from Robert. Nice throw from Johny.
Yeah, starting to find some offense.
Yeah, they just can't get in. Interesting. Nope.
Now we're seeing just the defensive options on full display from both players here, getting the text and the just defense, understanding that both players do want to get that lead and then just completely stay away. Right now, Johny looking for seconds on their dinner plate there. Just defend on the first hit, but Robert's going to go ahead and commit to the string, getting their damage in. Both players at equal health, and we might finally have a fist fight here, folks.
Yeah. And what 8 seconds left to go? That's how long this cat and mouse went, almost the entire round. There we go. Robert just, I'm gonna do what I need to do to win in the next few seconds.
Yeah, just it's almost like when you see a prize boxing match when it gets to round 12 and both fighters decide, okay, now we're just gonna give it a roll and try to, get over on the judges' scorecards there. Robert just trying to cash out his damage on the way out. I saw 8 seconds on the clock and I told Johny, I'm gonna go ahead and cash out and play keep away once again and see how they choose to navigate once again. We saw a little bit of a fight starting to develop as the timer went down, but Robert looking like he's going right back to the original game plan here.
I mean, it definitely seems to be working, The character is good at movability. Use it. Especially with when Hotaru gets in and starts something, your life bar is gone.
Exactly
that mouse
right now.
may just be the way to go.
And Johnny's still just struggling to get in. They've been sitting on the super gauge for so long, but just able to find a home, using the fireball there and chasing right after. But Robert has just been landing these small pokes over and over. The 2B finds its home once again, cashing out with the super, and Robert has cashed their ticket over into Grand Finals, taking a 3-1 over Johny.
Medical
You know,
attention?
that was 100% know what they're doing, and
They're proud of it.
Get ready. Fight. SPG.
All right, let's get into loser semis. Armisael and Hyde. Hokutomaru Terry still on screen. Getting caught with the fireball early, facing the corner. Armisael getting the zoning game started.
Ooh, oh, that was quite the whiff punish there. No, Armisael's very aggressive with how they play. So right now, Hyde so far has answers to it. Just
Yeah, we see it from them all night. They're just completely just punishing the rev gauge of their opponent over and over. Armisael already in overheat, looking for the power dunk there, doesn't find its home. It's gonna be a big time punish from Armisael, catching out the super to bring down their overheat gauge just a tiny bit.
Oh, and there was no coming back from that with Hyde. Got the low, got a few hits in, and even when Hyde tried to come back in on them, just the fireball to the face. A classic, really.
Nah, it becomes just defend or nothing right there. Just didn't have the timing, did Hyde. Armisael starting things off early here. Great tech on the side of Hyde, coming right back in with the burn knuckle. Little B&B into the power. Guys are almost 50% gone off of Armisael's health bar.
Quite the response there. They're both sort of like trading like mini combos here. Nice just defense from Armisael. Hyde's getting in. We're gonna see a full one? Yes. Yes, we are.
We talked about Twitter clips right there. We might have just witnessed one right there. That was absolutely devastating from the side of Hyde, just pulling out all the stunning moves from Terry Bogard and cashing out massive damage. At one round apiece here.
There we go. Caught just the little hop there, catching with the ground fireball.
That jump C just continues to find its home. You block and you eat a bunch of overheat, but right there, Hyde finding the confirm and just punishing the life bar of Armisael.
I'm gonna say that life bar just vanished so fast. Oh, the just defend from Hyde and the rev blow. Whew. They took that one and ran with it.
Yeah, Terry's damage on full display there. We've talked about it multiple times, but Hyde has just shown a whole nother layer to how devastating that jump C can be. It's either going to chip away at your rev gauge, or when it finds its home, he's finding a lot of damage on top of it.
There we go. Starting with the jump C. Nice just defend there. But Hyde got the counter hit first. Okay. Armisael tried to respond with rev, and Hyde was ready to rev right back.
Yeah, big time reaction. Passing the vibe check there. Another jump C finds its home for Hyde. Has the super on deck. Power geyser to finish it out. My lord, that health bar just absolutely got obliterated, love.
Yeah.
Round 2.
I know, it was shocking how fast it can go once Terry gets going. There we go, Armisael trying to get in. Gotten a combo on there, but respond with the power dunk.
Hyde not afraid to throw it out. Just once again challenging with the special move. Still in SPG. Armisael escaping the corner, but stop me if you heard it before. Another jump C finding its home. He's going to build up enough super off of this combo. Not enough time to get that power geyser in. Almost an overheat now.
Yeah, gonna get a little bit of chip damage there. The throw with Armisael. Following the thing, guard break, the projectile.
Guard break there, not able to capitalize off of it. Looking for the anti-air super. It finds its home. Gets the full 8 hits off of it right now. Should be guess for game for both players, but the just defense finds its home.
Oh no! I whiffed the throw! But it wasn't enough, because you jump... What? Jump C?
Yeah.
Say about Hyde.
All that momentum build up, and it's like, oh, just...
From keep away is gonna bleed in at all. We'll have to see.
I think that's Hyde rocking the Super Mario colorway. I like the reference there. Very, very creative.
Yes! Nice! It's hard not to love Terry.
Well, it's just the Smash Bros. Reference. He's like, I'm in that game, so I'll show Mario some love, you know?
Woo, there we go. Got a DP. Try to get Hyde off. To the corner. 26 hits.
Showing damage of their own. Hyde tried to start the party early, but Johny just ready to answer right back right now. Hyde just completely putting the offense up, just trying to get that rev gauge up high from the side of Johny. Currently an overheat, but they get hit with a counter hit. Doesn't have enough super on deck to finish things off. The power geyser doesn't find its home, but a wild punish does for Johny. In the middle of all that chaos, they are going to find themselves the first round here.
Wow, yeah, Johny was ready. Well, once again, she's fast. She can run. So if you're going to a cross-screen whiff, she's going to come in and absolutely punish you.
Exactly.
Nice just defense. Looks like she's Johny has got their defense on point right now, so keeping Hyde at bay.
Yeah, blocking a lot of that jump C though, but that move just chipped so much of that rev gauge right there. It was getting a little high, bringing it back down to 50%, trying to get the offense started. Hyde in SPG, just defense on his side, but a big rev blow to go ahead and break up the monotony. Into the corner you go. Johny fighting back though.
No, Johny, nice cross up there from Johny. Woohoo! Always like that one.
Yeah, I love the way that one finished it off. So cool. And the animation they chose to finish it off. Just an extra emphasis on that last hit. And does quite a bit of damage too. Johny trying to make the most of it. Gets a standing C. Not enough to close things out. Hyde still fighting back. Full bar of super on deck.
Ooh. Now that we switch sides, Hyde is in overheat. And there we go. Jump kick. Jump kick for victory.
Yeah, it looks like Johny was just trying to give a taste of Robert's medicine and just play keep away. Once they got the lead there, it was Hyde just completely trying to chase down, and Johny not giving him anything off of it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, as we've seen, can be a winning strategy. There we go, Hyde breaking through the oppressive fireball to the projectile battle.
Johny's still in the SPG here. No attempt at the red blow yet. Might not have a chance to throw it out. Bit of a weird situation in the air there, but Hyde's going to find the hit, answering back with the red blow to keep Johny in the corner, but a free jump out nonetheless.
Wild punish there. Nice throw from Hyde. Tried to cross up, but got DP'd again by Johny, which is going to lead to lots of damage.
Oof. It was business decision time for Hyde, and he guessed wrong. Looking for the power dunk. Johny jumping right over. Now facing, looking to go up 2-0 here. It is loser's final, so it is a 1st to 3. So Hyde has a lot of time to work and try to figure out a winning strategy here, but Johnny's still looking dominant and neutral.
Here we go, Hyde trying to run up and get in, but here we go. Getting some hits, but not quite converting into any major damage. Now Johnny's an SPG.
And Hyde just continues to attack that rev gauge over and over and over, even spinning his own to make sure that he revs up the side of Johny. Almost an overheat now. See if we see another jump C. Gets the grab, comes right back in. Might have been looking for it, but a big DP from the side of Johny.
Punish reversal. Ran right into his elbow. Those close punch moves. There we go. Wild punish from Johny, but nothing is really converting into like major combos. It's interesting. It's all like small confined battles.
Yeah, a little pitter patter, but they are trying to play the keep away. They are at a life deficit. Hyde ended up getting the hit there to close things out. Now 1 round apiece. See if he can find himself a little bit of momentum here, trying to tie things up 1-1.
There we go. Trying to start with the fireball, but getting it back. You know, she reflects too. Oh! Right off the bat! This is going to the big cinematic moment.
Dashing out the hidden gear early. Look at the damage. Full 50% off the table for Johny. Still in SPG though, has their own hidden gear ready to go, but that close D just keeps on finding its home and it's chipping away at the rev gauge once again. Big DP from the side of Johny. See what the answer is going to be.
Yeah, so far the answer was just making sure to wild punish and make use of it with a full combo. So now their lives are basically the same. So there we go. Hyde getting in with a little four hitter there.
Getting the meter built up as well. Just needs to find the confirm off of the low. They do, not even needing to spend it. Little B&B to finish things off. Now one game apiece here in losers finals. There's an absolute battle of will there. Both players were getting their damage in. Johny was kind of doing it in a slow, methodical pace, but Hyde just still able to cash in so much once he gets Johny in his hands.
Yeah, no, I think Hyde is starting to come up with a strategy. First, Johnny's doing a great job of capitalizing on those DPs. Very dangerous if they get blocked, but they've been really working for Johny so far.
Great corner carry to start the round. Johny did fine. Trying to get the power wave started, but Johny just taking Robert's strategy and just playing the cat and mouse here, using the rev guard to try to get themselves some space, especially off of that stand D. Hyde finding a counter hit there. In overheat now.
Go, just push each other back. Whiff to the throw, but it wasn't capitalized on. Wild punish there from Hyde. They're both overheat now.
Just keeping the offense going right now. Johny trying to play the zoning game, knowing that Hyde can't bust out any of the mechanics to keep himself safe here. Just looking for the chip away. Committing to the strings is Hyde. Has the super on deck. Could look for chip if he wants to, but catches a whiff punish out of the air. Standing A finds its home, and Hyde able to make the most of it. Now up one round here in game number 3.
See how? Oh, nice! Jumping over the projectile and converting it into a full combo. Including, once again, Hyde's going to go ahead and use everything they have.
Yeah, using the SPG on point, working out for Hyde there. Did go into the second round with the full baller super. They're able to bust out the hitting gear early, and Johnny's in a devastating spot. Let's see if they choose to spend some super here. They will. Try to get some of that damage back and take Hyde out of SPG.
Nice just defend, sort of reset back to neutral. They can play who's going to get in first. Our favorite game. Johny got a hit, but did not convert off of it. Nice throw tech.
Johny getting slowly walked back down to the corner here. The only time they'll be able to get out is off of DPs. A big meaty punish there for Hyde. They're going to be going up 2-1. It doesn't really feel like the momentum's getting stolen here. It's just Hyde making the most out of every situation that he gets, and Johny just kind of having to play a little more defensive than he would probably like to.
No, I definitely think Hyde is sort of controlling the battle right now and forcing Johny to maybe be a little more defensive with how they deal. Oh, I love it. The back and forth. There we go.
Big time rev blow finds its home for Hyde. No super on deck, but he's still going to cash out a lot of damage here off of the DP break into the burn knuckle. Counter hit from the side of Johny, though, revving up their gauge ever so slightly, but lowering it with the super.
Go ahead and knocking Hyde out of his SPG, and Johny still has a little bit, so looks like they're going to take advantage of it, and that should be it. There we go. Let's say if they finish that combo, Hyde's done in that round.
Yeah, that shallow crossup just continues to be such a potent tool for both Hotaru and Hokutomaru right there. Johny finding it able to convert into the kill combo, but here comes Hyde trying to put the kibosh on that early, that jump C. Once again, finding its home, mixing the pace up a little bit though. Sometimes he's doing the jump D to kind of change the timing of a just defense from Johny.
Your wild punish getting a little bit, but Hyde's defense is on point. Go counter hit, take advantage of it, power geyser.
Yeah, just having to spend so little to get so much, just one bar of super, able to do about 40 to 45% damage there, and Hyde just needs one more hit to close things out. Johny trying to use the rev guard to get himself some space, catching out some super to lower the gauge here. See how Hyde responds. Big time, just a wake up power dunk. I respect the call.
I respect that. Oh, could not, just perfect moment for that fireball.
Yeah, Hyde, you're playing a little more comfortable busting out with that power dunk there. We haven't seen him do it too much, but with a commanding one-game lead and the round on top of it, just letting it fly in SPG to start things out here. See, we see some rev blows.
There we go. Mix up into the corner. Got the counter hit when Johny tried to leave. Just gotta keep him there. Wild punish. Be converting into a full. Gotta love it. Are you
Super into
okay?
super. My lord, Lob. He knew that he could have killed with the hidden gear, but he said, check this clip out. Chat, make sure you clip that. We're gonna go.
Place at Iron Grid. I'm sure they're going to be hungry for wanting to get first. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into it. It is going to be Robert and Hyde in Grand Finals Breakout Series. City of the Wolves, week number 3 as we start the action off early using the red blow to finish out the combo is Robert finding their damage early, looking for a little bit of that float, and Hyde answering right back.
Ooh. Just like follow the float there. I mean, Robert's managing to convert it into a big damage combo, but there's no fear there from Hyde.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunate interaction for them, but they're going to shake that right off and answer back with some damage of their own. Has the super on deck, and my lord, that power geyser continues to show how powerful it is. Just absolutely stealing the dub there is Hyde, and they're going to strike first.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That teleport in when they're doing the... Wow, they really, like, converted a lot of damage off of that teleport.
Here comes Hyde looking for some more damage of his own, but the red blow breaking up the damage there is Robert, and they're going to find another conversion for themselves, spending the super in overheat, but still looking for that tricky cross-up we've seen from Hokutomaru all night.
Wow. Yeah, Robert just absolutely showed off why this character is so dangerous right there. All right, that was a great response to what Hyde showed before. Nice wild punish there into the bread B&B.
And it seems like Robert has no interest in running from this character this time around, not trying to play keep away, just getting absolutely up in Hyde's chin right now, looking like some sweet baby rays on baby back ribs, just absolutely sticking to him like some sauce here.
Oh no, this is a completely different Robert than what we've seen. Just in the last one. No, he definitely knows how to tailor to who he's going against, and Hyde's aggression is just being mirrored.
Anti-air into the power geyser there. I like the cash out from Hyde. Looking to respond is Robert with a super of its own, but it gets blocked, and the side switch from Hyde. They're going to go ahead and put themselves on the board first here. Remember, Hyde is coming from the loser side, so he has to reset the bracket in this first to 3, but definitely getting a nice start to things here.
For sure, there we go. We see it again, that teleport in. Starting with Robert just like getting the immediate damage. Not that Hyde has lets that stand for very long.
Now, Hyde has the idea, if you're going to hit me hard, I'm going to hit you twice as hard, and he's shown that all night. Right now, though, Robert not giving him a chance to strike back. Hyde in SPG, looking for that float into the cross-up. Great defense from the side of Hyde.
Yeah, but Robert found that wild punish. And that... Ooh, no. There's a sliver of health. There's like a short Yukin of health, and it's gone.
Alright, I like Robert trying to fight fire with fire here, just going heads up with Hyde right now. Able to find the damage they needed early on in that last round, but Hyde just trying to chase him down here, see if Robert changes up gears.
Yeah, Hyde's basically was chasing, but it gave Robert like that moment to start. There we go. Got a throw tech though, which led to a wild punish. Tried to switch sides, but Robert was ready.
This time lands in front off of that little stall in the air. That should be all the damage they need, and Robert striking back fast. Now one game apiece here in Grand Finals. Trying to fend off the reset is Robert, and he did that in devastating fashion for game number 2 there.
No, that was quite the response to Hyde. There we go, tried to teleport in. Didn't quite do it this time, but did get a nice side switch there. Little bit of damage with the zoning.
Yeah, trying to get it started early, playing keep away here. I think what they might be doing is trying to bait the fireball from Hyde so they can go ahead and teleport over it, but not going to get a chance to find that answer. Counter hit from the side of Robert, but not getting anything off it. Little B&B from the side of Hyde as they come right back in, but get caught with a red blow for their troubles.
Yeah, Hyde is not playing. Wow! Wild punish on Robert's side. Woo. And how many hits is this going to be? Enough to KO. That's how many.
We had a Marvel versus Capcom combo right there. The way Robert's able to stack up these hits, cashing out. Trying to go up 2-1 here on Hyde.
Yes, the merging of the games. Whew. Nice cross-up punish. Did not... Oh, good. It's a nice little poke. Nice little starter damage. Loving the floating that Robert's doing. Just not sure exactly when he's going to fall.
Yeah, trying to get Hyde to take a big swing and a miss, just like he did there on the burn knuckle, making him cash out for it big time. 2 rev blows in the middle of that combo to build up the meter. Here comes Hyde back on the attack, though.
Ooh. Hot Hyde running. Definitely took advantage of it, and that is that.
Yeah, that stall in the air is just catching Hyde off guard. It landed cross up the first couple of times we saw, but now it's landing in the front. So Hyde, even if he is buffering a power dunk there, he has to be able to cross cut it and make the call while it's still in the air. Excellent play from Robert there to just keep Hyde on his toes.
Yeah, no, just playing with the timing of things is enough to sort of like throw things off kilter, really. There's a nice counter hit there. Good on Hyde for the throw tech. Hokutomaru still getting in.
A big power dunk there from the side of Hyde, building up that super meter ever so much, jumping in again with the C to rev up the guard of Robert.
Ooh. There we go. Now Hyde's gonna try to keep him caught in the corner, and there we go. The defense just could not last forever.
Yeah, it almost seems like Hyde plays way more offensive when he's in overheat. He's like, well, I've expended my resources, time to just send it.
I mean, it's within your benefit to do that rather than the other, I think. It leaves faster if you're offensive. Woo! Wild punish there from Robert. Nice throw. Nice throw tech, though. Hyde was not going to let that happen twice.
Yeah, the Hyde of defense has been on point. Committing once again to the strings is Hyde, but committed just a little bit too much, and Robert gave himself a nice little B&B. One more conversion will set it off, and he is going to cash out with the super. He is now on tournament point. Robert looking ever so witty on defense and cashing out with the meter. Let's see if Hyde can react.
Yeah, so Hyde doing the run-in punch, but not quite enough. Nice cross-up attempt there from Robert.
Gotta be careful with this rev gauge. Great big counter hit for the side of Hyde. Does have 2 bars of meter on deck. He's gonna go ahead and cash out with the power geyser. Big time damage. Robert works for his wares, but waking up with a super of his own.
You can do it, I can do it too. Nice rev defense. Oh, just the hop over for the attack from behind.
Yeah, look like Robert crossed himself up there, gets caught with a jump in there. Not enough to kill is Hyde, coming right back in with a teleport, but a power dunk to keep his tournament run alive. Hyde tying things up 2-2.
Yeah. Have to see if Hyde can get the reset.
Yeah, he's fighting well from behind here, just able to cash out the damage when he needs to. Robert has the SPG on point though, and Hyde trying to find the damage. Gets a big miss there. Robert throwing out 2 of them. So nice, we'll show it twice.
Yeah. Definitely seemed like a bit of a panic move there on Robert's side. But right now he's just trying to keep Terry away from him. There we go. Now we're getting the zoning. The Shoryukens. Nice just defend.
Just changing gears is Robert. A great big rev blow anti-air there. That's why Hokutomaru's rev blow is so good, because it also does protect the skies. Rev guard now to get himself some space, and just taking to the sky over and over is Robert this time around.
What nice patience there from Robert. Just like waited for the moment to punish with that.
And the short hop there is going to whiff punish the throw, and Robert once again back on tournament point. See if he can close it out, or if Hyde is going to make sure we see a little more Fatal Fury tonight.
There we go. Whoa. There's a lot going on right there. Guard cancel into the B&B. Got the rev blow. Robert's trying to stack damage on damage.
Seems like Robert might just smell blood in the water here. He threw out rev blow a couple of times in this last game. Throws it out there one more time. Hyde and SPG converts off of the super. Not enough to kill. One more guess. Trying to play the zoning game here. Hyde's got to act fast if he wants to stay alive. Robert entering into overheat.
Yeah, no, yeah. And that's it! With basically the short, you can, like, or excuse me, the shuriken from like short distance.
Managed to squeak out a
Robert
win.
took it.
Yeah, sometimes